Number 3a. It gives us three coordinates. The first one is a y-intercept. The second one is a root. And the third one is just a random point. And it says give answer in factored form. So this is actually the harder solution. So I'm going to show you how to do it another way as well, and we can factor afterwards. But since it says factored form, I'm going to set it up as a factored form equation. Now to do this, we're not going to use the 0, 3 point, because that's a y-intercept. That does not relate to factored form. And we're going to use a 6, 0 coordinate because that relates to the factored form. And that allows me to get a factor of x minus 6. So if I set it up then, there's no other factors or a value that I can work out based on those 3 points. So I have two variables to solve for. I have an a variable and I have an m variable. So I need to come up with two equations to solve this. So the two equations are going to be based on those two coordinates I've been given. So my first equation is going to be y equals 3 when x equals 0. So I end up with this equation. So simplifying this, I'm going to end up with a times negative 6 times negative m, which is going to be positive 6am. Okay, so we have two variables being multiplied together. Now that's makes it a little bit harder to solve, but we can still solve it. The second equation is going to be based on the coordinate x is 2, y is 6. So I'm going to plug that in. Y is 6 when x is 2. Okay, and then I'm going to simplify this. I get 6. I'm going to end up with negative 4. Maybe I'm just going to write this in a few more steps. So negative 4 times 2 minus m. So I end up with negative a times negative 4 times 2 positive 2 is negative 8a. And then I'm going to end up with a times negative 4 times negative m. That's going to be positive 4am. Now I can then substitute and solve for the 4am. Okay, so I'm going to simplify the left-hand side. Now notice it's going to be hard to subtract this. So I'm just going to do a substitution. I'm going to simplify this into 1 is equal to 2am. And then I'm going to replace that 4am. So when I combine these equations together, I'm going to end up with 6 is equal to negative 8a. And plus 2 times 2am. I'm going to replace that 2am with just the 1. So I can replace that with 1. So I'm going to do an equal replacement. So this is going to go into here. So I end up with negative 6 is equal to negative 8a plus 2 times 1, which is just 2. I'm going to end up with 4 is equal to negative 8a. That makes a is equal to 4 divided by negative 8 gives me negative 1/2. So I've got a. I'm going to plug it back into my equation. So I end up with 1 is equal to 2 times 1/2 negative times m. Solving for m, I get 1 is equal to negative m. So m is equal to negative 1. So my my factored form of the equation then works out to be y equals a was negative 1/2, x minus 6, and I solve for m. M was negative 1, so it becomes plus 1.